So have you brought any Palm Beach pink or coral to your houses or wardrobes in real life?
I have found myself buying more pink lately, and I don't, you know what's funny is they say when a woman starts wearing pink again, she finds herself again. Because, as kids, most little girls love the color pink, but we grow up and life happens, and you're like, oh, pink sucks, whatever. It's so typical. But now I'm like, oh, that's pink. That's cute. Pink roses. I buy my dog pink clothes. Like I think I done found myself again. Thank you, Palm Beach.
Life a la Latina presenta Socialiciando. Sí, socialiciando. Con Alicia Civita.
How are you, ladies? How are you doing?
Wonderful.
Good.
Well, I'm so happy to see you. I have a funny story because I live in Boca Raton, like half an hour from Palm Beach, and
Yes.
I felt in a way how your two characters feel, like they're the outsider that will never get in. And I'm wondering if that is part of how you build them, like watching through the glass.
Well, to be honest, Anne's kind of got one foot out, but one foot in. I don't see her as a complete outsider. She's just other. Right? She's not society, but she certainly isn't on the outside. I don't think maybe Virginia is a little more. I'll let Amber speak to that, but um I think Anne tries to straddle both. She lives there, she works there. What happens in season 2 is she actually kind of befriends some of the ladies more than before. But that's probably the newest part. But I don't see her as a complete outsider.
I think for Virginia, this is, we're in the 60s. I think being Black at this time is very specific. So being an outsider in this world in the South is not abnormal for her. So, not to say that it's not uncomfortable, it's always uncomfortable, but this is the reality of being African American in the South at this time. You're in the heights of the civil rights movement. You never know what kind of room you're walking into, whether it's friend or foe. So it wasn't necessarily hard to tap into.
I think it's episode 1 or 2, this very intense and sweet moment of both your characters walking on the beach, where
Mhm.
you recognize each other's otherness.
Mhm.
And I want to know, and if it's a spoiler, don't tell me, but is this going to be some kind of a dupla going on, some work together, or sometime media and law enforcement do?
I will say that Anne and Virginia become pretty close. They're in pursuit of something. Um, yeah. As much as it is to Virginia's dismay, Anne has a special place in her heart.
No, I love them both because they do represent also the viewer in a way, right?
Right.
Of course.
And something that has become more obvious in this season is the low-key feminism in the story.
Mhm.
I love the comment when they say there is nothing more dangerous than a woman. Then you add power and or money, and it becomes a scary thing. Do you feel that things have changed at all
I
from
think
then to now in
I
that
think
regard?
that fear is still very relevant today. I think that's why we've struggled to like have a female president. There is a lot of fear that women will be in places of power and actually make things change because they know how powerful women are when we put our minds to certain things. It's unfortunate, but that's the world we live in today.
Yeah, and when we unite, I was in a music panel this morning watching young Latina girls talking about their music, and they say that they divide us because they're scared of what we are when we get together,
What
and
we Yeah.
it's a total thing. Now going to light, um, the clothes, the decorations, the unhingedness, and I'm sorry, my Spanish doesn't let me say it properly, but this season went to a whole new level. Were
Mhm.
you surprised that it could get wackier and more kitsch than the first season? Because
Not
I
at
was
all.
like, how could they do it?
And anyone who thinks that needs to meet our creator,
Yeah.
Abe Sylvia,
Yeah.
and our showrunner. His mind is a treasure trove,
Yes.
and nothing is too much. And it's divine to live in his universe.
And he's so passionate about it all. So we are
Mhm.
immediately on board
Yes.
when he has an idea. You're like, yeah, that sounds amazing.
That's fantastic to work in that environment.
Yeah.
Yes.
So have you brought any Palm Beach pink or coral to your houses or wardrobes in real life?
I have found myself buying more pink lately. And I don't, you know, what's funny is they say when a woman starts wearing pink again, she finds herself again. Because, you know, as kids, most little girls love the color pink, but we grow up and life happens and you're like, oh, pink sucks. You know, whatever. It's so typical. But now I'm like, oh, that's pink. That's cute. Pink roses. I buy my dog pink clothes. Like I think I done found myself again. Thank you, Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Mindy?
I've become a plant lady. I have been inspired by the lusciousness of Palm Beach and all its plants. So yes, my house runneth over.
That is fantastic. The pink thing happened to me when I was the only girl with my husband and two boys.
Oh.
So I think you're there.
Mhm.
And living in the tropics is always green around me and more now. I mean, this season is fantastic, and I love to see your characters more and evolved and shine and making friends. It's a wish that I didn't know I had that it came true. So I'm sure the viewers are going to feel that way. Thank you so much for your art and your talent.
Thank you.